Happy Wednesday, everybody, and welcome to the Disability Digest live event today. We look forward to spending some time with you. Philip and Nadine are here today to assist. And today's topic is living on disability. This is a result of a lot of the comments that we've received. Just normal flow of getting a disability check is fixed income and the challenges that come with it, with a limited cost of living increase. And then there's all of this concern about in 2035, the potential massive 30% reduction in the check. So we're going to talk about that. We don't have all the answers. We rely on a lot of you to get answers. That's where we get our information from. We've been advocating for people that are sick or injured since 2006, and we're serving 192 something thousand members at the Disability Digest and however many on YouTube. So if you have something to contribute, we'd love to hear from you. Let's see what else is going on. Oh, we're also going to take in some questions, and we're going to have our new format. If you're new here or haven't been here in a while, you can definitely see, I see some of you are, you're entering your questions right now, but you'll have the ability to join the panel, actually come in here and have a conversation with us. Usually 3 or 4 individuals we have time for each week, and it's been a lot of fun for us to do that so that you can discuss your issues. So that's what we have on tap for today. I almost forgot. We have been since November something, Philip. I'm referring on this.
November 6th, yeah.
November 6th. We've been watching Philip Price's Facebook group. Philip runs like arguably one of the largest, fastest growing support groups for disability applicants, helping them understand and support each other. And our partnership is the support that the group provides, and the Facebook group partners with us. So we provide the technical, what to say and what to do. I'll get it straight, folks. Hang on. But here's what I want to point out is that Philip's group was getting close to 10,000 last week, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
And so now it has gone over 10,000, right?
Gone over 10,000. Yep.
So if you're listening, it might not mean anything to you, but there's a chance that you could have won some money. If you are a member of Philip's Facebook group and you're here today, there's 2 different drawings that we're going to do at the end, and we're going to give away some prize money. All you got to do is be present. So it's one of those pays to be present things. So we're excited to do that at the end.
Be there or be square.
Yeah. The recipients will be excited. All right, so our focus here is with these events is to be a trusted source for you in disability information. And we hope that you enjoy the show and others that we do. If you do, we would encourage you to subscribe if you haven't already, and ring the bell, and share the information with others that maybe are going through the process or already approved or thinking about it, if it can help them out. And just a heads up in advance, we have a temporary time change for our event next week. It's going to be on Tuesday instead of Wednesday due to travel that I have. So just watch the channel. Okay. All right. You know what I want to cover first? I've got some good news, actually. We received an email on our support desk from a member, Lola, and I want to pull up some information here. You're not going to be able to read this, I don't expect, but I will give you the highlights. This is from Lolita Stevens. And her Social Security disability case started in 2021, quite a while ago. And it went through, the initial application was denied, reconsideration, it was denied, went to a hearing, it was denied. She appealed it at the hearing, it went to appeals council, it was denied. It went to federal court. So what this shows on the top here says United States District Court. And she sent me this message. I'm going to read it to you. I just want to inform you, I'm just paraphrasing some of this. I just want to inform you that my claim was approved in federal court, and the ALJ decision was reversed. So the judge that denied her his decision was overturned. Judge awarded award on benefits without remanding back to the ALJ. So it's just straight up approved. It doesn't go back to the judge to have the case heard again. Says, I'm very, very shocked, but feeling very grateful, being that the outcome is very rare. I'm a witness that anything is possible and to never give up. Applied in 2021. So it also says, I want to say thank you for the educational information and videos. I've spoken with you on occasions about my SSDI claim. So this is why one of the things that keeps me doing this work. I expect if she's probably 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, she probably has 4 years of $25,000 worth of back benefits. She probably got a $100,000 check. So, boom. Good for Lola.
Victory dance. Did we do the victory
Yeah,
dance?
yeah. You know, it makes me think of the, I met her and how's it go? I met her in a club down in Old Soho where you drink champagne and it tastes just like cherry cola. Any Kinks fans out there? Lola, Lola. Good news.
Oh,
Great.
Yes.
Job well done.
Yeah. Yeah, you know, when you grow up and you don't have access to a lot of money and you have only a few albums, the lyrics just seem to kind of stick with you. God bless Ray Davies. Good stuff. Okay. So for today's topic, I want to go through and discuss some concepts for you, budgeting tips, resources regarding the primary topic that we have on tap for today, making it work on a disability income. And, you know, there's some people that have spouses at work or come into this and they have, you know, stacks of cash, but that's not the norm. And you receive a very modest cost of living increase on your disability check. And that's just really to keep up on the cost of living. It's not going to be a game changer for you. At least that's not the objective of it. So what do? I mean, there's certainly prudent things that encourage you to do about budgeting. Make sure you watch your finances. These are all things I've learned from others and I actually practice myself, and I'm not a disability recipient. So you're very conscious about the money that you have. And we always encourage you to make sure that you're reviewing your benefits annually, so that you make sure that, especially with your health care, and that you are like on the best possible program to serve your needs so that you're not exposed to an unnecessary financial impact. And as I mentioned last week, one of the things that just really I cannot get my head around is there's members that we have here that they don't read the notice of change in September and they just stay on their plan and absorb it and then go to figure out what happened to them when they use their plan. And oftentimes it's too damn late and they're stuck with it. So, but what I want to talk to you about today is the best way I feel, hands down, to make a difference is to get a side hustle, is to find something that you can do. And I totally understand that you're on disability benefits. because you cannot work. But it doesn't mean that you're not able to do some things. And so that could be, even we've taught people here how to garage sale, how to go out, garage sale, buy stuff low, flip it. And that's cash. I don't need to explain anymore. That's not a job. And Gary Vaynerchuk has got a whole series online about you can do that. It's something you could do with your family. And if you live in the right area where it's densely populated, you know, the cost of getting around to these is not that difficult. So finding a way to supplement side hustle, you can earn up to $1,160. And if you're out there listening and you're doing something to supplement your income, I'd love to hear from you what you're doing. Share it. I don't expect if it's something what do I want to say? You know, that somebody could knock off. I don't think anybody's going to do that. But if you've got an idea, like we had somebody the other week that was donating plasma. That's what they did for a side hustle. So I know here at the Disability Digest, we have positions that are open. We can't hire everybody. Not everybody's a fit to work here, but there are companies like us and others that are looking for individuals that have expertise and skill sets that would be in line with what they're looking for. So a traditional job could work. What I want to spend a few minutes in talking to everybody about is something I feel that has a very low barrier to entry, and a lot of people could do it. And if they did do it, it would be of value to them and also to other members. And that is becoming a YouTuber or a content producer. Right? So all you need to do to get started doing this really for equipment is this. And I speak to you from a perspective of knowing a little bit about this because one of my primary jobs here is to educate individuals and doing so via YouTube. So if you knew right now, said, listen, I'm really struggling financially or I want to do something. If you knew that you could take 15 hours a week on the high end and you could produce 5 or 6 videos that were 3 minutes or less, post them to YouTube, learn how to do that. If you did that consistently from now for the next 12 months, the numbers show that your income, I've got a business plan drawn out for everybody. I'm going to pull it up. It's right below Lola. Okay. So if you did, this is 3 to 4 pieces of content per week. And you can go and you can have this validated. You can talk to other content creators. You can pay to get coached in this area. This is what I definitely see because I do actually coach people that want to start YouTube channels if I know them and I like them. But you could be with an audience of 1,000 to 10,000 subscribers within a year, earning on the very, very low end, $150 a month to $700 a month. So here's the question for you. You ready? If you knew it took you 15 hours a week, you could do it whenever you wanted. And everybody's got a story to tell, in my opinion. And your job was to start producing content, and it's going to suck in the beginning. Like you go to the early ones on this channel, they're not good. But that's just the way it is. That's how you learn. And if you knew you could do that and that was your way out and you'd be at, let's say, $500 in a year, 2 to 5 years, you'd be at $800 or $3,000. Now, this doesn't take into consideration any high-end like products that you might sell. Like let's say that you're also a travel agent and you're doing this on travel. And you book 5 cruises a year. It doesn't include any of that. This is just really what you would pay per view by having media put up on YouTube, right? Or if you are somebody that is knowledgeable about your condition or your circumstances, or want to do something that would help in the space where there would be an audience for individuals on or in need of disability benefits, then you could work with the Disability Digest and refer members here, and we would pay you as a referral partner. It's part of one of the things that we do. None of that income is in here. That's what I'm saying. It's just including what you would get when you get into the partner program with YouTube. So something to think about. Now, here's my thought on this. I'm going to have Nadine put in the chat a question. And if there's enough interest, like there is a solid 30 people that are interested in getting coached on this by me for free and their members here, I am seriously considering donating a concentrated block of time. There would be 4 sessions. There would be 1-hour sessions once a week for the first month. And then they would be like half of that for the following months. A coaching program for members here to help you do this. It would be performance-based. If you take the action and you perform, you stay in the group. If you don't, you're out. But what Nadine is going to put around is if you're interested. And if there's enough people that are interested, I'd be interested in helping you out and putting in the time. That's my
Yeah, actually, I did put the poll question earlier, and we got respondents here. So far, we have 42 votes. 52% of that says that yes, absolutely, they would be interested.
All right. So 42 votes and fifth, so that's 20. Looking for
Mhm.
another 10. I'm sure
Yep.
we could get.
Yep.
All right. All right. That could be fun. All right. Good. Let's see what's next. I don't have anything else on supplementing your income. If you're concerned about how much money you can make and keep your benefits, all of that is around. I do have 2 takeaways. And these are media pieces that I will share. I'm thinking the best way to do this. Nadine, do you have access to the live document with the agenda on it?
No.
Okay, so I'm going to put it in our chat. What I'd like for you to do is go down to, if you type in the word Mylett, M-Y-L-E-T-T,
Mhm.
you're going to find 2 videos, 2 audio interviews there, and it talks about branding. And I would share it with the audience so that they can listen
Okay.
to not just my perspective on this, but Ed Milet interviews Rory Vaden, who is a legendary brander. Jasmine Starr also speaks on this. So you can put those links in there to help individuals out. Philip, I have an idea next. We usually do ladies first, but I'd like to mix it up today and work on your members in the Facebook group and what questions they may have. I don't know if I'm going to be significantly violating any protocol here by you going first, but that's what I'd like to do. Okay.
It's okay.
You all right, Nadine?
You all right with that?
Yeah.
Okay,
All right, let's do it.
let's do it. All right, first one is,
We can hear you, but it's a little faint.
All right, how's that?
Better.
All right, first question. Do all lawyers state there is no fee unless receive a favorable or partially favorable decision for my claim?
Good.
In other words, it's a lawyer stating
Yep.
that. Okay.
What's your take on that one?
No, there's no upfront fee. The only time your attorney or your representative representing you will get paid is if you win your case, if they win your case.
Yeah. I want to pull up a form here. One thing that you have to be careful of is when you're working with some individuals out there, whether they're an attorney or non-attorney, the rules of the game are the same in what the fee structure is. And this document is form SSA 1693. Okay. And everybody who represents cases has to play by the same rules. All of the fee structure is set, and it's outlined in this document here. I agree to pay the minimum fee by selecting the box. I acknowledge amount of the fee. Now the fee may be increased, so this is something that's tripped people up. So the fee is 25% of back benefits. But what has happened with a lot of people where they become confused is they maybe signed something back in August, but their disability benefit claim is getting approved now, and the fee structure has changed. It's still the 25%, but it's no longer 7,200, it's 9,200. And that's set by the commissioner. So, good question. Oh, you know what I was going to mention? I started to say this. Is that you have to be aware of like other fees, like administrative fees, medical record fees. Just read your deal. Okay. All right, Philip.
Been receiving SSDI for a while now, but with the cost of living and the struggling and pulling from resources with penalties, it's my understanding we can receive income less than $1,500 a month, but do we have to talk to a department before attempting to work?
Yeah. Okay. Well, what do you think about the numbers in that? The 1,500 a month.
What do I think about it? I mean, the 1,500 a month is a guideline to go by. You want to try to stay below that, if possible. Running right up to that amount and consistently doing it, it's gonna throw some red flags up. You're probably, if you're already on disability, you're gonna get reviewed. You're gonna possibly get a CDR. It's not all about just the money. Also, it's the amount of time you put in to earn that money.
Right.
And what you're actually doing to earn that amount of money.
Yeah. Yeah, let's just drill down on this because it's massively confusing, and I will shoot this link over to Nadine. So the $1,550 figure is a valid figure if somebody is going through the disability approval process. If you're already approved, the number that you can earn safely and keep your benefits is different. So on the link that Nadine's going to put in there, you can go in and just make sure that you double check my work. But on this document right here, this says earnings that trigger a trial work period.
Mhm.
So what this means is anytime you exceed the amount on this document, which is currently $1,160, you use one of your trial work months. So I am a proponent of keeping people safe by saying stay below this amount, ideally by like 20%. Make sure you take care of all of your write-offs, and then you can do that like every month, right? So the 1,550 again is for those that are applying for disability benefit.
Okay.
Yeah.
That's clear to me now. I also got confused with that.
It's confusing. I mean, I know people in the industry, and it took me a while to get my head around it as well. It would make sense. Why don't they just have one?
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right.
Well,
What's next?
it's a question that is commonly brought up in the Facebook group, and I don't know how many times I've answered it and sent out replies, explaining just what you went through on that document.
Yeah.
They still get, everybody still gets confused over it, and I still get questions on it. So
yeah. Well, I mean, if it was a simple system, we would be, or I would be doing something else for work, but
yeah. Well, I've been doing this, what now, 6 years, and I still get confused.
Right.
Okay, next one. I am in need of some advice. I have a chronic condition that I've been dealing with for years and getting worse. I am still working, but will need to apply for disability soon. As it's getting harder and harder for me, should I go through go through my company and file for short-term, then long-term disability, and then apply for SSDI? Or should it be better to just file for SSDI now?
Still working now, Philip?
Yes.
Yeah. All right.
No. Not working. They have filed for short term, wanting to know if they should go ahead and.
Okay. So out of work, but
Yeah.
relatively recently, huh?
Yes.
Yeah. Yeah.
I'd like to
Yeah.
know what the chronic condition is.
Right. Well, you have any input on this one, Philip?
Well, at some point, if you're drawing your short term, you're going to have, or you will have to submit for your long-term disability, because the short term is going to run out depending on what your contract says. And with your long-term, most contracts, they do require you at some point to file for your Social Security disability benefits, because they don't want to have to pay you for the rest of your life for disability. They want to put that off on the government, Social Security. So yeah, at some point you're going to have to file for your long-term, and you will have to also file for your Social Security disability benefits.
Sure. Good point. I have a couple thoughts on this, but anything else? Any thoughts from you, Nadine?
Yeah, and also to my understanding, like it would also be an advantage if you are a recipient of short-term or long-term disability and applying for SSDI, because that means that, uh, at at some point there, you've already been determined as disabled by an insurance company, right?
Yeah.
And yeah, so while waiting as well for you to get approved for SSDI, at least you've got that short-term or long-term disability benefit to get you by while waiting for SSDI.
Yeah, good point. That's really helpful. Many people don't have that, so they've got to like
Yeah.
do whatever, garage sale.
Yeah.
Yeah, so the two things that I will add to this is it's really like the man in the mirror question. Can you work? You might think you can work, but if you have a chronic condition and you're not working now, and unless you feel there's like a 90% chance of going back to work, what I would encourage you to do is to pursue your Social Security disability, but wait, I'm going to give you my snippet as to when. And the reason why is you can always, if you pull it off and go back to work, you can always stop your application. But right now, it's not looking really promising because you're out of work, it's short term going on, etc. So alternatively, if you wait a long time, the longer you wait, it could, the longer it's going to take you to get approved. Because if you don't get approved at initial application, it could be 3 years. So you have your insurance company is going to press you to apply to get approved so they can get you off their books. And plus, you likely are going to get more from your Social Security disability income. So that's it. The last thing I'll say is it sounds like you're just out of work. And there really is a statistical advantage to applying once you've waited about 5 months and really demonstrated that you are out of work. The approval percentages for applications filed between month 1 and 5 are like single digits, and they go up to like 36% after 5 months. We have a video on our channel about that. When I wave like that, that means it's out there somewhere. I don't know where. So good question. All right, Philip. Any others from your group?
One more. All right, this one says, I was wondering, would you lose your benefits if you win your personal injury settlement money? I don't receive benefits, but I have a hearing in March, and guess now the company for my personal injury are trying to settle that after 2 years. So it's going to be really close to each other if I even get anything from either of them. So I guess they're going through a personal injury settlement. They're wondering if they get approved for their disability, would they lose it because of the personal injury settlement?
Yeah. So ideally, hopefully, they're going to get a big settlement. Yeah. All right. What's your assessment of the situation?
If they get the personal injury settlement, and I'm kind of foggy on this myself, but isn't it, if they do win their Social Security benefits, the personal injury settlement could offset the disability benefit. Is that correct?
Okay. Well, so if the personal injury settlement is like a workers' compensation, if they like are referring to their workers' compensation as a personal injury case, then yes. If it's a personal injury case like car accident, they got bit by the neighbor's dog, I don't know, I'm just trying to think of other ones, then it wouldn't be an offset. It's just going to be a lump sum of money like an inheritance or some other, load of cash. But so that's really the deal is, do they really mean personal injury or they mean workers' comp or? Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay. Good questions. All right.
That's it on my end.
All right. Let's see, Nadine, I have some individuals waiting to come into the room. So you want to just brief everybody on what the protocol is before I let them in?
Yeah, sure. Let me see. I'm not seeing them yet.
Well, I'm just going to admit I can do that, and then I can do that
Put
and
them
then mute the line. I'll do that. Okay, yeah, it's just a number 1402 is what it starts with. It looks like they're having a hard time getting in, but this is a good time where we can allow some others to come in to the room. All right, so I see there's lots of questions out there,
Yeah.
and want me to start addressing some of these while we let some people in the room, or what would be best?
Yeah, sure. I think we can address some of the questions from the comment section while
Okay,
we screen the questions. Yeah.
go ahead.
So we have a question here from Stacy. She asks, is it true they're raising FRA in 2025? I just read my husband can't collect FRA until September instead of July. When should he file?
Okay, that they're increasing full retirement age
Yeah.
in in July.
Hmm.
Maybe I don't know about that.
Yeah.
Not able to offer much. But the second part can he take his um what was the second part of the question? Taking the
Oh, yeah. When should he file? Or I think she's asking for SSDI.
oh, okay. Well, that's a good one. So if somebody is able to take their early retirement and also is Social Security disability applicant, I would look at the check difference. Usually, if you're before 65, like 62 or 63, the amount is going to be more and it would be financially beneficial. If it's after 65, then you just the benefit that you get is your age 65 Social Security disability amount. Um, that's really the driving factor to help people decide is the money part. It's easier for people that are like 62 because you still have 62, 63, 64 up to your 65th birthday. Um, but when you're closer, maybe it's just okay to hang out. Yeah. Keep in mind when you're on Social Security disability and you reach age 65, then you just become a full retirement recipient.
Okay. And then we have a question here from Lara. She asks, can any one of you estimate how much longer it will be until the judge finishes his decision on my case? My hearing was on November 7th.
November, December, January. Yeah, it should be like they say 60 days. But where there is a delay is with the decision writer. So the judge hears the case, the information goes to the decision writer, and that's where the bottleneck is. What I would suggest that you do, usually if you've gone to a hearing, you have a disability representative, attorney or non-attorney. I would encourage them to have at least every 15 days just a check in. Hey, this is with the hearing office. Is there anything else we need to provide or that we could do to help out? And if they could explain some reasoning why you would like your decision, like you need the money, but for electrical bill or heating bill or something like that, just be polite and persistent every 15 days. And if it gets beyond 120 days, then you could call in a disability, one of your local government officials, and ask them to dig into it.
All right. Anyway, before I read the next question, to those of you who are in the waiting room, I sent a chat message so you can respond to that because I wanted to screen and know what your question is first before we let you in the main room. So I
I
would
didn't know you
appreciate
could do that, Nadine.
it. Yes, we could.
Wow, that's great. So somebody 1402 is in there. Great. And I don't know if the others are aware, but there is a link in the YouTube chat, perhaps the Facebook, where you can come in and join. and ask your question directly in a conversation type format. So we invite you to do that if there's something we can help you out with. All right. Good. Well, tomorrow
So,
when I journal, I'm going to put that in as something that I learned new today.
okay. But we have another question here. It's from an anonymous sender thing. She didn't state her real name. I'm sorry I missed the beginning. Did you talk about paying taxes if you do extra work on the side to make extra money? If not, is there a certain amount that you have to make before filing any taxes?
Yeah, I'm not a tax guy, but there is a tax video coming out with 6 current tax tips. Now, I don't know your tax situation, but if you earned money, and it sounds like she did it like privately, like on her own, not through a job. Does that sound right?
Mhm.
Yeah, you should definitely, you should file your taxes. Something you don't want to do is not file your taxes and then have Social Security find out about it. So to confirm that you've made enough to have to file taxes, usually it's over $600. I would consult a tax professional. If you don't want to pay for one, contact your local Center for Independent Living. See if they have tax advice. Um, yeah. All right, we have a Sarah that has joined the waiting room. I believe you may know this member.
Yeah, I think I spoke with her earlier.
Hmm.
Yeah. Let me see. Hi, Sarah. If you are in the waiting room, I sent a chat there. So if you could respond to that first, and then I'll let you in the main room. And while we wait for that, we have another question here. How long does it take to receive back pay? I was approved for SSDI in April 2024.
Whoa, you should have it by now. Yeah, I mean, it generally depends on what stage you got approved. If you were approved at the initial or the reconsideration stage, it's usually quick. Sometimes you get your back pay before you get your notice, which is great. If you went to a hearing, then it oftentimes takes longer. I'd say 90 days, up to 90 days. But your time frame, something's going on. And this does happen. I know an individual, it took a year, well, a little over a year, for us to help this individual get, and she had a lot. She had $84,000 coming to her to get that release from Social Security. Um, yeah. And again, if you are using a representative, they should be helping you with this. If you are not, then you can use the polite, persistent process, but you're beyond that. I would ask like your local congressman to help you out, see if they could get the money released, find out what's going on.
Okay. And one last question here from YouTube comments. What if I sell off my business assets like tools and equipments? Is that going to affect my benefits?
So you're selling assets, which is not earned income. So no,
Okay.
no.
All right. So I think we can let Sarah into our Zoom meeting. I spoke
Mhm.
with her earlier, and she is currently a recipient for SSI and looking forward to file for SSDI. So that's her main concern.
Okay.
So,
And
yeah.
then there's Dave and 402 in the waiting room. But yeah, let's talk with Sarah.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Hello.
Hi, Sarah.
Hi.
Thanks for joining.
Thank you.
Yeah, yeah. How can we help you?
So actually, I did talk to someone on the phone earlier, but
Yeah.
I'm just here more to listen and learn. But also too, because I worked in the Massachusetts public school system for 2 years.
Mhm.
That messed up my SSDI, but I know with the Fairness Act passing, um, just like how long to wait until all that goes through before applying, because after those 2 years, I should have enough work.
I want to make sure I understand your question. You worked in Massachusetts, is that right?
Yeah,
For
at
the
the school system.
at the school system for 2 years, and the work that you did, they did not pay into Social Security. Is that right?
Yeah, and they give a pension in Mass.
Okay.
But I know with the repeal, and it's gonna take some time.
Right, right. So this may be an application for the windfall elimination period, the freedom.
Right.
Yeah, that was just signed. And this could be a really interesting example that those 2 years they could now reflect as earning years and help you with your disability case.
Yeah. Because
My-
I already get exercise, so I'm like medically I'm all set.
right. I have questions, Sarah. Before you worked in the school system, did you do work before that? Like
Yeah.
what did you
Yeah.
do?
I did an internship in Disney. I worked for a nonprofit, and
Okay.
then when I went to Florida, the schools here do pay into Social Security. So um that's three additional years. So like as soon as everything goes through, I think with the windfall, I'm maybe eligible, but I just don't know when to apply.
Right. Well, here's what I'm wondering. I'm wondering if your 2 years as a school teacher will be enough to restore your work credits. Right now, I don't know. I don't know if anybody knows. Um, so my
Because right now I have enough credits. It's just when I talked to them today, because I'm a exercise, so they review every year. Um, it's
oh,
they said the problem is the 2 years.
those 2 years.
Yeah.
Okay. So that's good news. Did they give you anything in writing?
No, but I get a summary of the chat, no, of the conversation. They mail it out.
Okay. All right. That's good.
But I see everything. I have all my letters because um being a parent, I wasn't a teacher,
Yeah.
so I still made under that amount. So
Okay.
I had exercise and Medicaid.
Okay. Do you have any idea what your disability check amount would be? Did they give you an idea?
When I look at the statement, sorry, I gotta pull it up. It says 754.
Okay,
And it says that I have 33 credits.
33 credits, 754. Okay.
But the problem was those 2 years because it looked like I haven't won.
You're close. You're close. Well,
Yeah.
the only thing I can think to do right now is it's beyond our control, in my opinion, right? So we have to wait and be patient. I'll definitely pray for you, and right, and as soon as you find out something, and here's the thing, I wouldn't suggest that you apply for Social Security disability until you get confirmation that your credits are in place, because
Okay.
you put an application in the system and they could easily look at your credits and deny you on that. That's not something that you want right now. So
Right.
waiting until the credits are in place um, are great. And it would be a great success story to help you get that income for sure.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because I'm trying. I tried it for a bit.
Right.
I've been let go at the end of every year, and this year was 2 months,
Yeah.
tragically.
Yeah.
So,
you're living in Massachusetts now?
no, I'm in Florida now. I lived in Massachusetts until 3 years ago.
Okay. Okay. All right. Good. Good. All right. So we have a plan in place. Makes sense?
Yep, just wait it out.
Wait it out. I thank you for joining today. I thank you for being a member. Please keep in touch with us. We will look forward to helping you out.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you,
All
sir.
right. Be well.
Thanks so much, Hera. All right. So, the two other participants that tried to join, I put them in the breakout room to speak with them because they haven't responded to my chat, but they also didn't join they didn't accept my invitation for them to join the breakout
Okay.
room. So anyway, to those who would like to join us live and ask questions here in Zoom, once you join, uh, you'll be in a waiting room. Please respond to my chat so that we would be able to screen your question before we admit you to
Right.
the main room.
Right.
So,
Yeah. Yeah. That was a great situation with Sarah relative to the
yeah.
whole recent bill that passed. Okay. Do we have any other questions to tighten up before we start the wrap up process?
Let's see.
422 out there on YouTube. We're here to help. You can either join us live. I see 402 is back in the house. Or you can send us a message during chat. One thing I do want to just put out there again, the content coaching proposal that I put in place, I'm very encouraged by what I see.
Yeah.
And so just stay tuned. Right now, I would say it's like 97% certain that we'll go forward with something like that. I just have to tighten up the details, and then we will create a registration process for people to get in
Yeah.
and take advantage of that.
Right now, looks like we already have 75 votes, and 51% of that says that
Good.
yes,
A lot of
they
people
are.
going to be making some money. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay, good.
Now we have a question here from Kevin. He said he's diagnosed with Alzheimer's with PET scan, and his neurologist said he wouldn't be accepted for disability. He's still working, but he wants to quit. So,
Right. I feel bad for doctors. I do. I have friends that are doctors, and they would be best if they just focused on doctoring. That would be it, because I don't proclaim to understand the treatment process. And it would be best if they didn't mislead people by giving their advice on approval situations.
Mhm.
I mean, I don't know if he does or if he doesn't, but doctors they don't, clearly understand the rules and the regulations. So,
Mhm.
yeah. Good.
All right.
That it? We ready to wrap up?
Yeah. I haven't received a response from 402. So
402, where are you? We're gonna let 402 hang out. You can come back next week. You need to follow the directions though.
yeah.
We're here to help you, but you've got to be able to help yourself and just simply respond to the chat when you come in the room here.
Yeah.
All right, so listen, next week, just a reminder, Tuesday, we will be here at 3:15 with our next all improved show. I am delighted that today we got through this event without any technical difficulties. And the whole show
Yeah.
is still airing, so that's fantastic. Philip, thank you for the questions from your group. We do have one more item of business before we wrap up, which is giving away
Yay.
prize money,
Big
Oh,
draw,
yes.
right?
big
All
draw.
right. So where do you want to start? We have two different contest winners.
Well, let's draw the 10,000th member of the Facebook group.
Okay. Want to recap the prize
Yes,
and how somebody is going to be receiving this. Shall we do that?
yes. You
Okay.
want to do it or you want me to do it?
Let's flip. I'll let you do it.
I got to flip. All right, for the member that is the 10,000th or signed up for the 10,000th member of the Facebook group, it's a $50 prize. If you registered for a free membership to the Disability Digest, that's an additional $50. And if you're present right now at the drawing, we will double that prize to $200 total just for being here.
Pays to be present.
Yeah.
So somebody is in line for $200, right? It's
Yes,
going to be
sir.
an Amazon
Yep.
gift card. It won't
Yeah.
count as income, so you don't have to worry about your benefits.
It's not going to
Right?
affect your benefits.
Not
Not at
gonna
all.
affect your benefits. That Disability Digest guy gave me some money and I lost my benefits. No,
Doesn't
not me.
won't
All
count.
right.
All
So what
right.
do you want to do next? You want a drum roll?
Give me a drum roll, please.
All right.
That's a silent drum roll.
That's all I got for you. Okay. So I'm going to go over to your group, Facebook group, Philip, and we will show the name of the 10,000th
Thousands.
member.
Any guesses? Any guesses? Going once?
It's not Brian.
Definitely not Nadine as well.
Ain't
But
Philip.
I did join as a member. Just not lucky to be the 10,000th.
Yes.
All right. We
So
ready?
our highly sophisticated mathematic equation came up with a winner that is on the screen. Philip, you read it out.
All right. Today's member, 10,000 member is Carol Sterling. That's Carol Sterling. Is number 10,000.
Congratulations, Carol.
Hey, Carol, if you're out there in the audience, come on down. The Philip price is right. Collect your prize.
There you go. The price is right.
Yes, so we need to hear from you so that we can get your email address and send you the goods.
Carol,
So,
if you're out there, just send me a DM. Let me know
Yep.
that you got the message and
Yep.
also your email address. You can
Yep,
direct
yep,
message me
yep,
in Messenger. And
Congratulations,
congratulations,
Carol.
Carol. 10,000.
Congratulations.
Yes. All right. Okay,
Okay.
Philip, once you have that information, send it on over and we'll get it taken care of.
Okay.
All right. So let's see. How about for the next one? We have another process for selecting the next winner. Philip, you want to share what it is, and then Nadine will take it over?
Yep.
This is fun.
Mhm.
Here's the I'm sorry, I got a blank out here. What are we doing?
Okay, so
Yeah.
we did the 10,000, but we also have a prize for a random drawing for somebody
Oh,
that
yeah.
joined your group.
Yeah, somebody that has joined the group, the Facebook group. We're going to we're going to spin the wheel, Nadine, for this one to see.
Yep. We're gonna spin the wheel for the members who joined between 9,600 until we reach the 10,000 mark. So we have compiled the list of the names of those members. So we're spinning the wheel and pick a random number, and then let's see whose name corresponds to that number on our list.
But it can be Carol.
It can't be Carol anymore. Yep.
Okay. All right. What's the prize for this one?
This one
So
is
for this,
$50.
yeah,
Yeah.
Yep.
yeah,
So,
$50. But if they are a member, we will make it $100. And if they are present, we're also going to double the price. So
yep. Yep. One more thing back to Carol. For Carol's prize includes a 30-minute consultation anytime within the next 12 months with me
yeah.
directly. People pay $199 for a 20-minute consultation with me. So you get that totally free about whatever it is, hopefully disability benefit related, so I can help you. But you have that as part of the prize package as well.
All right. And also, we got some comments here on YouTube. They're asking to have the same drawing in the future for YouTube subscribers.
Well, we'll talk about that at the end. We will.
All right. So, are you guys ready for our
Yes.
drawing for today? So, I'm going to share my screen.
Beautiful. That looks
Right.
like me.
So, here. So, just want to quickly show you to make sure that we got all the numbers from 1 to 400. There.
Oh,
Okay.
This is cool.
Okay. So, are you guys ready?
Ready.
In three, two, one, we're gonna spin the wheel. It's spinning now. Ooh, what number do we get? 94.
94.
So
Okay,
let's see
number
who's
94.
number 94. So we have Myra Deasha. Myra Deasha, if you are here, congratulations. You just won.
Congratulations, Myra. Again,
I'm gonna,
you're out there, Myra. Send me the DM to know that, let me know that you got the message. You saw this.
yeah.
Yep.
I hope you're here so you get yourself 200 bucks.
Yeah. Yes. That's really, really cool. I want to give a shout out to Nadine for the technology piece of this program today. She
Yeah.
extracted the list from Philip's Facebook group, unless you did that, Philip. I don't know. I think Nadine did it.
It's all Nadine.
And then put it into the spinner wheel, which was super entertaining and cool. And we have 2 winners. So hopefully claim the prize. If you happen to know these people and they weren't present, tell them to contact Philip. DM, get your prize.
Yeah.
And yes, so I was actually mentioned this earlier today on our YouTube channel. We're at 92,000 and it's a pretty big deal to hit 100,000. We just turned 92,000. So I am seriously thinking about some type of prize, bouncy house, little elephants, maybe just some regular giveaways. I don't know, but we'll come up with something. That'll be fun. Yeah. When we get that silver play button. But listen, I thank you everybody out there, 486 watching this on YouTube. So it is our honor to do this event for you. I hope you found value in it. Share the event if you did. Of course, the best way we can help you, appreciate you being here, is if you're new and you haven't joined us as a member, is to complete your profile as a member at thedisabilitydigest.com. Nadine will put a link in the chat. And the reason why that is the best way is there's no charge for your membership. But when you complete your profile, those questions help us understand where you're at. Maybe you're still working, you're starting the application process, you've been approved, and there's so many variables in there, but that information allows us to channel the right information, courses, support for you so you can get from where you're going now to where you want to get faster. And again, there's no charge for your membership or the courses. Like, we are in the YouTube partnership program. Some of our videos have ads on them. That helps us. We provide services in other areas that allow us to do this work at no charge. So that's our show. Next week, Tuesday, 3:15. Philip, Nadine, as always, thank you for making this event special. All right, everybody, until the next time, be well.
And
See you later.
thanks, everyone. Congratulations to the winners.
Yeah. Congratulations, everybody.